Lunar Palace 1, a Moon Palace 1, a Yuegong-1. Chinese 1, a 1 or pinyin. Yuegong-1 How a Yuegong-1 a Yuegōng Yī How a Yuegōng Yī is a Chinese research facility for developing a moon base. It is an environmentally closed facility where occupants can simulate a long-duration, self-contained mission with no outside inputs other than power, energy. Facilities. Lunar Palace 1. The 160 square meters 500 cubic meters self-contained laboratory in Beijing is composed of a 58 square meters vegetation area of 2 cabins, 42 square meters living area with 3 bedrooms, dining room, bathroom and waste disposal chamber. The lab was designed by Lu Hong of the Beijing University of Aeronautics and Astronautics, BUAA. The lab is a type of bioregenerative life support system, BLSS, the third built in the world, and first in China, with a crew of 3. 55% of the food consumed would be produced internally. The rest would be from stocks laid in. The oxygen would be regenerated through the vegetation compartment. The water is recycled internally. The crew's waste was turned into fertilizer for the vegetation. Construction on the facility began in March 2013. The facility was unveiled on Chinese New Year, the 31st of January 2014. It was commissioned just prior to the first mission starting in February 2014. Missions. Integrative Experimental Facility for Permanent Astro-Base Life Support Artificial Closed Ecosystem. Palace. Research. The first research mission to use the facilities was the Integrative Experimental Facility, Lunar Palace 1-inch for Permanent Astro-Base Life Support Artificial Closed Ecosystem. Palace. Research. aka Lunar Palace 1. 105-day mission of 3 researchers. The 3. Dongchen male sign, Xie Beizhen female sign, and Wang Minzhuang female sign. 2 women and 1 man volunteers from the BUAA were the first multi-crew long-duration research project undertaken of this kind in China. During the period 2014 February 3 to May 20. The crew grew 5 cereals, including wheat, corn, soybeans, peanuts, lentils, 15 vegetables, including carrots, cucumbers, water spinach, 1 fruit, strawberries. The grown wheat provided the main source of calories for the crew and the primary source of oxygen. Meat was the primary laid-in food stock. However, meat was grown on the mission as well, in the form of yellow mealworms, the primary protein source for the crew. The diet studied was to determine if a space crew could subsist on a high-protein diet with vegetation and mealworms. The mealworms, composed of 3/4 protein, were chosen due to a United Nations study recommending it as a food source for the poor and undernourished of the world. However, it has met with resistance when tried with Western astronauts. They also have a tendency to escape their farming environments. Growing mealworms the size of fingers took mere weeks. The mealworms were fed the leftover and inedible parts of the vegetative produce that was harvested. The mission's ecological system was to be a testbed for the Controlled Ecological Life Support System, CELSS, for the permanent Chinese space station of the China Manned Space Engineering Office, CSME. The BLSS system used on the mission was at the time the most advanced ever fielded. People's Daily Moon Palace 1-inch experiment succeeds 2014 May 22, 10:19. See also Biosphere 2, an environmentally cut-off research facility. Tiangong Heavenly Palace, Chinese Orbital Space Station Program, Chinese Lunar Exploration Program, CLEP.